Hey guys, let's try that again. I'm gonna get it together. How y'all doing? Sorry for the little snafu technical things I got going on. I'm trying to get my life together today. It's been a rough one, a little bit, but I am so glad that I'm here with you. Oh my gosh, y'all, we didn't come on last week, and I hope you didn't miss me too much, but I missed you. Okay, and let's see what else. You are, let me tell y'all where you are. I need to calm down. Sorry, I'm a little hyped. I was just watching Versus. I didn't get to see it last week, so I was watching it, and it got me all types of hype. Okay, so welcome to the Love Experience Show. This is a show where I invite people to come on and talk about their various love experiences. That way, it can help someone who may be going through the same thing. And today I'm riding solo dolo, and that's okay because you get me all to yourself. But we're going to have a good conversation. Um, Couple things I want you guys to remember that June 24th through 25th, the Build Your Love Empire, oh my gosh, conference, y'all, is going to be popping. And you need to be there. Like, really, you need to be there. It's going to be myself, Jasmine Dash, and Jessica McNeil, two people you should be familiar with because they were here on the show. So please, please, please go ahead and get your tickets. You can find your tickets. I've been posting it every single day. So the flyer is out there. Go and get your tickets today. Get it now. And tell your friends it's a women's conference. Tell all the women that you know about it and just spread the word because God is going to move during this conference. I mean, y'all have no idea the things that we got going on and putting it together. So spread the word so that everyone can have a chance to come be part of the Building Your Love Empire conference. Okay. And two, why haven't y'all gotten your love experience gear? I'm just wondering because I haven't seen any orders going out lately. So I'm just asking for a friend though. Go to my website. It's ashleyj.com and get the Love Experience Show gear. If you are here watching the show and you're here every week, guess what? That means you love the show. Why not represent the show? Go get your gear. It's some nice stuff that I created just for you. So you need to go ahead and get your Love Experience Show gear. Okay. And next thing, I have a couple of coaching programs out there for you if you are a married couple and or even engaged couple and you want to have a solid foundation starting your marriage and even having a solid foundation smoothing the pavement for of your marriage, the foundation of your marriage, then you want to join Rekindle the Fire. This is a program where I show you both how to connect through intimacy, and there's 7 different types of intimacy. So you want to hit me up so that you could be part of this program because it's going to change your life. It really is. So go ahead and reach out and let's talk about getting you into the Rekindle the Fire, excuse me, coaching program. The other coaching program, where are all my single Christian women? Where are y'all at? Where are my ladies at? Okay. I have a program just for you. If you are tired of the way that you've been dating, of the circle that you have been going around in your dating life, and you're unsatisfied and you're tired, then Boss Up Queen is just for you. I will be showing you how to date God's way and how to figure out and weave out all of the people that are going to waste your time. You need to get into this program. This program is brand new. So you need to get into this program, okay? And while I'm talking, y'all go ahead and share this episode with everybody you know. Tell them to come on and watch the Love Experience show. We are going to have a great discussion. Also, if you are new, go ahead and subscribe to the Love Experience channel on YouTube and follow the pages that are on Instagram and Facebook under the same name, the Love Experience Show. Okay? So, what's going on, y'all? So, and I did all that talking, and I don't think I told you who I am. I am Ashley J. I am a relationship and dating coach. I am a wife, mother, author, I'm a speaker, and I am your relationship expert. That's what I am. And I am the host, producer, and everything else in between of the Love Experience show. So, thank you for being here again. So, tonight we are going to discuss Enjoy the Ride. That's what we're talking about tonight. And like I said, I am solo today, but that is okay because it's all good. It's okay that I'm by myself tonight. Sometimes it happens like that. But also, that means that you guys need to get the word out there for people to join me as guests so that they can tell their stories for you. And so you can just hear great love stories. Nobody dislikes hearing a great love story. So, anyway, I decided to talk about Enjoy the Ride because one, God told me to talk about it. Two, this journey that I have been on, I don't know, the last year or so, this journey has been an interesting journey. It's a journey that has made me say, you know what, God, like, I'm done. I'm done. And the first episode, I think it was the first episode back with the Love Experience show. I talked about some of the valleys, some of the lows that I was in. And today we're not going to get into all of that. If you want to hear about that, go back and watch that episode. But this journey has been something interesting, and there has been a lot of learning curves in this journey. And one thing that I started to realize was I need to sit back and enjoy this ride, because this ride is a unique ride, and there will never be a ride like this one again. So I need to sit back and take it all in and enjoy it. Why not? Yeah, it's been hard, but that's okay because it's all part of the experience. And I wanted to talk to you guys about that today. So, my first tip for enjoying the ride is letting go. We are in a culture where we just want to take everything by storm, have control over everything, and you can't do that when you're enjoying the ride. Because trying to hold on and take control, take the reins and all of that great stuff, trying to do that is going to leave you stressed out. It is. Why? Because I know I was stressed out for a long time. So you have to let go of the reins. You got to step back, take your hands off, and honestly let God take over. Like, that's what you have to do. Because one thing is for sure, during this ride, this journey that I've been on and that you may be on, one thing is for sure, he knows exactly where you're going, right? But he also knows the path that is going to take you to get to that place. So why not trust somebody who knows all of that? And I'm hands up, I am the one who I'm like, no, this is not going to happen this way. I'm going to do it this way. And every time that I tried to do it my way, he was like, He was like, no, that's not going to work for you, ma'am. You need to sit back and relax. That's not working. So sit back and enjoy, like, let it go. Let go of control. It's okay to not have control of everything. Honestly, When think about it, when you take I'm sorry, I'm trying to get myself together. When you take control of everything, what lessons are you really learning? What lesson are you really learning? You're just learning how to do what you always do, run things. But the lessons come when you are able to let go, sit back and watch. You get all of the lessons. You don't miss anything. You get them all. You when you sit back, let go and just watch, you get every single lesson. And it's an amazing opportunity because I always feel like, and I think I share this a lot with you guys, on whatever platform you may be listening to me on. Um, those lessons are going to be good for somebody who may need them. That's what it is. Those lessons is going to be good for somebody because somebody may not have your exact journey, but somebody is going to have a journey that is similar to yours. So you want to sit back and take in everything that you can so that you can pass on the word on how to make it through this journey, through this path. Okay? So that's tip number 1, let go. Tip number 2, establish your role slash position. So we just talked about what it's like if you're holding on to control, right? So are you going to be the control freak or are you going to be the student? Which one are you going to be? I will be a student hands down all day, every day. I honestly, like, legit miss being in school. Okay. I will be a student all day, every day. So that's the role I'm okay with taking. But also, as a student, I can't keep what I'm learning to myself. Just like I said with passing it on to somebody else. I do not feel like the knowledge you gain in this education of life and any form of education, this lesson that you learn cannot be held just for you. Somebody has to benefit from the lesson, not just you. Somebody else has to benefit from that lesson. So you have to know what your role is. And then once you find out what your role is, you need to act accordingly. Act according to what your role is. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, you have to fall in line. So, let's see. When when you take your role, okay, I'll use myself, role as a wife, right? Um, yeah, I'm the second in command in my family. But also, I constantly learn from my husband. There are things that I don't know about, even as a wife, even being in this game for a little while. There's things that I still don't know. There's things that I still don't know about my husband. How about that? So, as a wife, I stand in my rightful position and I learn as I'm in it, in my role, and I lead as I'm in my role. Because there are going to be days where the leadership may flip flop. There will be certain situations where the leadership is going to flip flop. And what I mean by that is there are going to be times when we're in a situation that I am stronger in than my husband. And there's going to be times when there's situations where he is stronger in it than I am. So establish your role, because once when you establish your role, you, like I said, you'll take on all the responsibilities of that role. And guess what? Nobody can ever take your place because your role is there. Your role is established. You know who you are and you know what you were supposed to do in that role. So take your role. Nobody can take it. You establish yourself in it, stand firm in your role. Okay. And I just want to make sure you guys are with me. Are you here? Is what I'm saying Good to you so far? Let me know. I'm gonna take a sip of a drink, okay? Okay. So, establish your role. Next thing is get comfortable. Why would you say get comfortable, Ashley? This journey has been so difficult for me lately, and I do not know if I could take much more of this. Well, I'm saying get comfortable because guess what? You might be in this journey for a while. You might be in this journey for a while. And also, you need to get comfortable because that's going to further push you to let go. That's going to further push you into being comfortable in your status and who you are. So get comfortable, buckle up, hold on tight, as they say on the Steve Harvey show. Buckle up and hold on tight because you going to be on this thing for a while. So you might as well get comfortable. And being comfortable is going to make you not complain. You won't complain being comfortable. You won't, because you are sitting back for the ride. You are not going to complain. Tell me anytime that you have been, let's say, in a comfy, cozy bed or laying on the couch and you are super comfortable, so comfortable you don't want to move. How often are you complaining when you're in that position? The only thing I know for me, the only thing that I'm getting comfortable with is saying I don't. I mean, the only thing I'm gonna complain about, I'm sorry, is saying I don't feel like moving. That's the only thing I'm gonna complain about. But guess what? Being this comfortable, you are going to move eventually. So don't get too comfortable, but be comfortable. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable though, but don't be too comfortable. But anyway, you being comfortable, you will not listen. I want you to be comfortable in this journey because you will learn some things about yourself during this journey. And it's going to be painful, some of the things that you learn. And you have to be comfortable with that. You are going to have things pulled out of you that you've never experienced before during your journey. So you need to get comfortable with that. You are going to have days and nights where you just want to cry and give up, throw in the towel, and just say, forget it all. I'm going to stay where I am right now. But that's part of the lesson, and that's part of you having to get comfortable. It is. You're going to have to get comfortable, y'all, because there's going to be a mirror constantly in your face while you're on your journey. I can say for me, there's been a mirror constantly in my face while I've been on this journey. And that mirror is showing me the things that needs to change before I get to the end of the journey. It is. So instead of being uncomfortable and fighting it, I need to be comfortable and let it happen. Be comfortable and let God remove whatever it is that He wants to remove out of me. For an example, this journey that I have been on, in the past, there were times where I would be in situations and I'll be like, you know what? I am so done with this person. I don't care if I'll ever talk to them again. I'm good. But the Lord has been changing my story during this journey I've been on. And the story has been, okay, this person did this to me, hurt me, offended me in whatever way, but I have to forgive this person. I don't like what they did, but I have to forgive them. That's what the story has been on this journey. Um, I can recall a particularly painful conversation that my husband and I were having one day. And in that conversation, things that I thought were healed and I was good and move on from it, when we had the conversation and we were talking about this old stuff that I thought was healed, I realized, you know what? It's not healed. Because the same hurt that I felt the day the offense happened is the same feeling that I felt when we were having the conversation. So what did I do? Back then when the offense happened, like I just told you, I was like, I'm good. I tried with this person many times. I'm good. I don't want to have anything else to deal with them. I don't have to have any contact with them. I don't care anymore. But then having the conversation with my husband, it was like, okay, I can't react that way anymore. It's time for me to grow up from thinking that way. So, what am I going to do? I got to sit here and work through this pain so that I can move forward in my life, so that I can continue to grow and be the person that I'm supposed to be. What do I look like coming in front of you guys and, excuse me, many other people in the future? And I'm presenting myself as a person who is whole and a person who, does not let things bother them. What do I look like when I'm presenting myself that way to you, but all of a sudden, this ugly thing that was inside of me that I thought was hidden and patched up good enough so nobody will see it starts to come out? What if that person comes to maybe a place where I'm speaking at or comments in something, a video that I'm doing, and that old stuff that was patched up but not healed comes out? Well, y'all probably look at me like, well, why are you doing all of this, talking to us about all this stuff, and you got that thing? Because it's ugly, y'all. It's real ugly. It was ugly, okay? So you're probably going to look at me like, okay, what? Wait, what you mean? Like, what? So guy was like, that ain't gonna work. No, we gonna go ahead and deal with this right here and right now. And I had to get real comfortable with that thing and other things that that was connected to me, and that was not quite the way it should be. I had to get comfortable with the fact that, okay, I have to change this. And why am I getting comfortable? Because I know where I'm going. And where I'm going, that stuff cannot be hanging on to me. It can't. It cannot be holding on to me. Okay. So the next tip is check yourself. Now, y'all already know what that is. Check yourself. Because checking yourself, that is going to also be your mirror, and it's going to keep you in line with the alignment that he wants you to have. So you have to check yourself on a daily basis. On a daily basis, because let me tell you something. On the journey, there's going to be things and people that are going to get to you a little more easy than they have in the past. And you have to check yourself constantly. That's real talk. You have to catch yourself honestly, because what you do in response to those people getting to you, what you do in response to those situations happening to you, is going to predict the outcome of this journey. Did y'all know that depending on how you react to different situations is going to either thrust you into the right outcome that God wants you on, or hit you with a curve, and then you stay on this thing a little bit longer till you learn the lesson. Did y'all know that that can happen? So you have to constantly check yourself so that you can stay on that same path, so that you will not thwart the place that you're supposed to be going. You have to constantly, like, I cannot say this enough. You have to constantly check yourself. Okay? Constantly. It has to be done. Like, there's no if, ands, or buts about it. Like, it has to be done. You have to constantly um check yourself for every little response, for every eye roll, those nonverbal responses. And if you're not going to check yourself, he surely will check you. Okay. Because there's times when I'm like, well, he can't see me rolling my eyes. Talking about my husband, he can't see me rolling my eyes at him or mumbling under my breath at him or whatever. And God be like, yeah, he can't see you, but guess what? I see you. I hear every word you say. And then as soon as he says that, I'm like, all right, Lord, you're right. Okay, I gotta respond in love. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Or if you don't know that you hear God, then that voice that tells you that ain't right, that's checking you. Okay, so listen to those voices that tell you, that keep you in line. Okay, and if you hear some other type of voices, then you need to come find me so that we can have a counseling session and get you some help, because there's other voices happening that is not the voice I'm talking about. Okay. And then while you're doing this whole thing, being on this whole journey, do not forget to rely on God. Don't forget about him. I'll say, this particular path that I have been on, this particular journey that I have been on, I have had the closeness that I've desired with God on this particular journey. This journey, because he told me where it was going to take me, because he told me what was going to happen at the end of this journey, I have held on tight to him and relied on him like no other time in my life, because I want to make sure that I don't put anybody or anything above him. I want to make sure that the things that I do are going to glorify him. And I want to make sure that um that instead of complaining, I talk to him at first. I ask him for clarity on things. I ask him to, well, show me exactly what you want me to do. Like, these are constant conversations that I have with him, because he is the one that has control of this vehicle. He's the one that has control of this journey that I'm on, this path that I'm on. I am following in his footsteps. And yes, I'm saying trust him, but the Bible also says it's okay for you to question him. It's okay to ask questions. He is open to you to ask questions. And that's what I do. I ask him questions about what, where, how, and why. Those are the questions that I ask him, because there are going to be days where you're feeling like, okay, now I feel like I've been in this place for a long time. Why do I feel like I'm still here? What am I not getting for me to move on to the next place? And do I need to see you? Do I need to seek you more so that I can clearly hear you? Is that what's happening? You're going to have those questions. And in those painful moments, you are definitely going to have the question of why, the big why. And those times for me will be times of frustration, times where I feel like things were going the right way, but then it feels like I might get knocked back 2 steps. And I'm like, why? Why? Why is this happening, God? Why? Can you tell me why? Like, what am I doing? What am I not doing? Why? Like, it's it's just like that. It's just like that. A conversation just like that. Why is this happening? So be okay with questioning God. I know back in the day, um, I was a kid, but back in the day they used to say, "Oh, you don't question God," but it clearly states in the Bible. I want to say it was in like Exodus or Deuteronomy. I can't remember, but it says in the Bible that you could question me. He's not going to throw you into hell because you questioned him or anything. Ask him a question. Ask him for strength. Ask him anything, and he'll answer you. He'll give you exactly what you need and show you exactly where he wants you to go. So ask him questions, rely on him, because when you get weak, he can make you strong. He can carry you to the next place. He will put you on his back, carry you in his arms, throw you over his shoulder, whatever. He can carry you. So you want to rely on him. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of small in stature. I'm a little small. And sometimes I just want to feel like I can just fall back on my husband, fall back on the people that bring me strength. Sometimes I just want that. There were times where I would envision myself like him, me falling into his arms and him just carrying me up the steps or something like that. You should think the same way about God. Fall back on him. He ain't going to drop you. He is not going to drop you. Fall back on him. Okay? So, the next thing, notate the milestones. I know you probably have heard this a lot of times, but you want to notate the milestones on when you set goals. You want to set those goals, and then the small things that you accomplish within setting those goals, guess what? Notate them so that you can celebrate them. You can celebrate. There are pit stops that you will make along your path that are going to be stops that for rest, stops of accomplishment, stops of whatever it may be. You're going to be able to make those pit stops, and you need to notate every milestone you make. One milestone for me that I notate and love, love, love is, I'll say, stepping out and starting my own clubhouse room. I notate that as a milestone because that was something that, one, I had a business coach that always told me to do that. That once Clubhouse hit, he was like, you gotta figure out a way to get on there. Two, I was letting fear stop me from going on there for a long time. So once I made the leap after being on there, listening to other people's rooms and adding value in other people's rooms, I I did it. I was like, you know what? This don't make no sense. Let me go ahead and start my own club. So I did it. And I celebrated it. The very first room that I had, I celebrated it because it was something that I was not doing for a while out of fear, out of so many other things. And that was just a small milestone on where I want to go. Eventually, I want to be talking in front of thousands of people. But this milestone is setting me up to get there and setting me up to get comfortable with talking to people and sharing and teaching and learning from others who come in the room. I celebrate this milestone. The next milestone I told you guys before that I celebrate is the milestone of the new job that I have. Well, it's not that new anymore. But when I started working with this company, that was a milestone. I was excited to celebrate that. It is a small milestone, but there has been growth there. Excuse me. There has been growth there. So I celebrate it. You have to notate these milestones. You have to take these milestones and excuse me, y'all, I got a tickle in my throat. You have to take these milestones and save them so that in the future, excuse me, in the future, when you look back on your journey, you can look back and say, "Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember when I did that. That was a good celebration. That was a good rest stop." Go back, because I guarantee when you look back at the things that you've accomplished, I guarantee you that those excuse me, those things, once you get to where the elevation that God wants you to go to, that stuff that you went through, that stuff that you were kicking and screaming about, is going to look like nothing. It's going to be like, well, that's all it was. I was making that big deal out of this small thing. What was wrong with me? You want to notate that, okay? And I do believe that there are journeys that are just for you, but there's also journeys that are for you to invite other people on. So don't forget to invite other people to be on this journey with you, because there may be some collaborations that you need to have. Um, there may be some um, support that you need to have with these people, with other people on. So don't forget to invite others on the ride. Like, they could be part of the ride. They could be your support system. They could be your cheerleaders. They could be your pushers. They could be whatever you need them to be. Or they may be part of your journey, as in, like, you guys are going to end up in the same place. Do not forget to invite people. If you hear God telling you to call so and so up so that you guys could do this together. Or he may not say do it together, but he might tell you to call somebody up so that you guys can celebrate this thing together. Then that's what you need to do. You don't want to let anybody miss out on what is happening in your life, especially if you're supposed to be sharing it with them. And you might be somebody's support system. So don't forget to invite them for the ride, okay? I have people on my ride. And it's fun having people on this ride because those journeys before were lonely journeys. So I'm glad I have these people on the ride with me. I'm glad. I'm happy that they're there with me. We got our arms linked. Like, we're good. So Enjoy the ride. Matter of fact, two people that are on at least part of my journey with me, Jessica and Jasmine, the ones that I'm doing the Building Your Love Empire conference with on June 24th and 25th. They are part of my ride. I have linked up with them. They are part of my ride. So you need to invite people on the ride with you. If I did not link up with them, this journey that I've been on, this ride I've been on, I still would have been on the journey, but it would have took a little bit longer because I was very stubborn, and they helped push me, kick me in my butt, and get me to where I am now. So you need people like that. You need some people that's going to be riders for you. You need people like that. Okay. Listen, y'all, don't forget to put your comments, questions, or whatever in the comments section. And because I like to chit chat with you. Okay. All right. Last but not least, while you're on this ride, expect some surprises, some miracles, elevations, and you don't want to forget about the valleys and the bumps. All of that is going to be on your ride. It is not going to be a short path. It is not going to be smooth sailing. It's not. I'm just telling you, it won't be. Okay. So, some surprises that you can expect is maybe because of your obedience, some type of reward coming your way that you didn't even account for, that think was going to happen. Okay. It could be maybe somebody sends you a check, or a company sends you a check, and it's an unexpected check, but it's a check that's right on time. Expect surprises. Expect some miracles. God, when we are obedient, He will move mountains for us. He will. That mountain, that thing that has been standing in your way, and you feel like you've been breaking away at it, chopping it down, trying to, but it's not going anywhere. When you align with Him, He is going to create miracles for you. He is. And they could be very small miracles. Do not neglect those, because they're still miracles. There's still things like Him making a way that you never thought about He would be able to make, or never thought you could get to a point that this thing, you could get around this mountain instead of trying to bulldoze through it. Expect miracles and expect elevation, because as you are going on this journey, you better believe you are going to be elevated. You are, whatever your calling, your purpose is in life, whatever it may be, you are going to be elevated in that purpose. Elevated little by little, or however God sees fit. There will be elevations. Okay. So don't despite small beginnings. You don't want to despite your small beginnings. Okay. You just don't. All right. What else? Um, and then, just like you have the good things happening, the things that we deem are good, you're going to have those trouble spots, those rough spots, where you once you were in the elevation, you might feel like you are in the valley a little while after that. You might. You might feel like there's a low happening in your life. You may just feel like that. But it's all part of the journey. It's all part of the learning curve. So, in my subdivision where we live, we have speed bumps. And once we get over the speed bumps, we get on our street, it's smooth sailing. Accept those speed bumps to slow you down, because sometimes we could be moving so fast that there is something that God wants us to see, and we miss it because we're speeding by. So he's going to throw a speed bump in your way to slow you down. You're going to have to go with it. You're going to have to accept that speed bump. And guess what? It's okay. It's okay to have those speed bumps, because now you'll know, okay, let me not take this too fast. Let me slow it down a little bit. There may be you may be speeding on to get to your destination, and he's like, you ain't ready yet. You're not ready yet. Let me slow you down. And he's going to throw a speed bump in the road for you to slow down. So those are my tips. Um I really felt like I needed to talk about enjoying the ride. You have to enjoy it. You have to. This ride is for eternity. And what I mean is, this part of the ride may be short compared to the ride you're going to go on after this life. So this ride, you need to enjoy it. Relax. Don't elevate your blood pressure. Don't be stressed out by it. Relax and enjoy the ride. And I am talking to you as someone who knows. I had to learn how to relax and just let God do it. Let God run the way he needs to run things, not the way Ashley wants him to run it. Because what I'm learning is he can do it so much better than I can. He can. So I'm letting go. I'm doing everything that I just told you guys about. I'm letting go and enjoying the ride. I'm letting him take over. He is the driver. I am in the back seat, and he is taking control and taking me where he needs me to go. And I'm loving every minute of it. And it's exciting. The ride doesn't have to be um, something that you're ashamed of. It's exciting. So, again, if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them in the chat. Thank you for listening to me. And my mom is on here, y'all. So, can we say a big happy birthday to her? Happy birthday, mommy. I hope you enjoyed your day. And I hope you did something that was fun and for you today on your special day. All right, guys. If you don't have anything, I'm gonna wait a second. Again, do not forget to do not forget to purchase your love experience gear from itsashleyj.com. And if you are watching this now, or you're going to watch the replay later, listen, I'm not going to say if, you need to be a guest on the Love Experience show. Be a guest. Everybody has some sort of experience with love. And as I tell you guys all the time, it does not have to be a fairy tale love story. My love stories are not fairy tales. Okay? It does not have to be a fairy tale love story. Just share your experience. Talk about the time you thought you were in love. I don't mind. I want that, actually. So come on, be a guest on the Love Experience. Reach out to me in my inbox, DM me, or email me at Ashley. My email is ashley@itsashleyj.com. So I appreciate you guys watching, listening, whatever you were doing. And Don't forget to enjoy the ride. Don't forget to purchase your tickets for the Building Your Love experience. Mm, I just gave it a whole new name. Building Your Love Empire Conference coming June 24th and 25th. Spread the word to your church, your women's group at church, um, people that you know. Spread the word so everyone can be part of that conference. Tickets are not expensive. So you can come on and be part of it, okay? And it's going to be myself, Jasmine Dash, and Jessica McNeil. We are your speakers and facilitators of the conference. And I only have one thing left for you. What is your love experience? Until I chat with you guys next week. Bye.